Hello, my friends. This is merely a inspirational video, I would say, for your Leprechaun house kit or fairy house. However you would like to go at it is completely fine. We are almost to spring equinox, so we are coming up on a very exciting time of year. Things are changing. It is brighter outside, seeds grow, and it's almost a magical experience. For this kit, my inspiration is St. Patrick's Day. Whether you celebrate or not, specific St. Patrick's Day is completely up to you. And just as most all of these kits are child-led, you can leave what celebrating you would like to do completely up to you. So, in saying that, for St. Patrick's Day, I just like, in general, St. Patrick's Day to me is looking for small things, whether it be small changes, because we know big ones will be coming, or small things as in clovers that kind of relate to St. Patrick's Day. And then we look for big things, which to me are the magical components of a season changing. One thing before you get started with your houses, I highly suggest that you take a hike or small walk. It does not need to be far. It could be around your neighborhood. But I would love for your kids to look for nature treasures. And again, nature treasures are just things we find in nature on the ground. We don't want to take anything off that's been living. Rocks, pebbles. This is child-led, so let them decide what is special or magical to them or what they would like to include on their house. And definitely sticks, our best friends. So take that walk, get outside, explore, grab a bucket, and let them pick up what they would like. Now, inside the kit specifically came some paint, some little acrylic mushrooms, some pieces of, or some wood cookies, I'll call them, some moss, a lot more moss than this. I just took a little bit out to show you, and then just some wooden stars for decoration. So first things first, take that walk, grab some things from nature. And then if you're going to add color to your house, I would let them paint first. Now, you may or may not paint. If they do paint, let them know that the nature treasures are going on afterwards. So the colors that will come through will show through the nature treasures. So you necessarily won't have the finished product just be with all the color on it. I mean, they can completely do that if they want. But we can talk to them about camouflage and how when we add the nature treasures, it kind of hides the house. So it's a secret place in nature, right? So we want it to blend into nature. But totally cool if they add some paint because like I said, once you put things on here, it will show through and it just makes it more fun. Again, this is mostly inspirational tutorial because it is extremely child-led and you need to let them decorate as they would like to. It's hard as parents to try to direct in what it's maybe supposed to look like based on a photo. But my joke to that is us as parents, we all need our own craft or time to get away. So that would be a good reason for you to get your own kit and do one on your own and let them completely do theirs on their own. Now, saying that, if you have a younger child and you are using a hot glue gun, obviously you would want to stand by and help them with that. So anyways, I'll just actually show you a couple of techniques is what I'll say and inspiration. Of course, again, you can paint first. You can take these little mushroom guys and put them wherever you see fit. So So of course they can put them on the roof. They can put them down next to the door. It's a little hard to see. Or they can even put them, just on the side of the house. Obviously, you'd want to glue this down. Now, if you're using regular school glue, I highly suggest just doing one side at a time. So laying the house down flat and then just gluing stuff on this side and then letting it dry. And then maybe a few hours later when things seem a little bit dried, or the next day, then you lay it this way and you just do this side. That way, as we know with school glue, if you tip it up, then the glue is so wet right away that everything will just start sliding off. So you kind of want to do that in sections if you're using the school glue. Let's see. So we have these little stars. These are completely up to you whether to use, paint, put wherever you'd like. Techniques. So, a couple of things. The wood cookies can be placed randomly wherever on the roof or on the side of the house. I'm going to do the roof for right now. See if it's going to slide. So if you randomly kind of put some wood cookies on there, after the wood cookies are kind of spaced out wherever you want them, your child will love this part. They can pull apart the moss, so we have very small pieces. And then there's can literally just kind of glue them in between. I'm guessing I should have set this up different for you to see. 1 second here. So basically, after you stick the wood cookies on, you can kind of take glue and go in between all the wood cookies and then let them pull apart the moss, and they can just kind of glue it, stick it in between the wood cookies. And the moss really does just kind of make this little project so much more adorable. So you can see there the top of the house kind of coming together. That's how you would add the moss with the wood cookies. The other thing you can do is grab sticks on your nature walk and break them down into pieces to kind of make a roof like such. Or they could go the other way. Again, this is completely child-led, so whatever, oops, there goes my roof. Whatever they see fit, whatever they think looks the best is the right way. There's no right or wrong way. Okay? You could start lining them up like that, gluing them on, and then after they're dried, you can add more glue, and you can stick little pieces of moss. Oops, of course yours won't move in between. You get the point there. Sometimes it's even cute to come along and stick your mushroom on the moss afterwards at the end. You see that there. So the same with the sides of the house. That's a better idea here now that I can lay it flat. Same situation. Use wood cookies. Scatter them around, glue them on. Can add the moss at the end, in between. If you've picked up some stones, pebbles, rocks, mine are actually quite large. I would get pebbles, more pebble size. But you might want some stone work on your house, right? Go across the bottom. Same situation. once you've kind of glued them on, you can stick the moss in between the rocks. Okay. Or sticks. Excuse me, sticks, which could be like a log cabin. Could go vertical or horizontal. You could do a complete collage like I'm doing here. Again, whatever your child decides. Again, moss goes on after those have been glued down. So there's kind of an idea. You can decide what kind of look you want, or different ways to do that. All right, let's move to the front. So the front of the house, lay that down. The front of the house, obviously this is a kind of a pre-made birdhouse, but if you don't want critters getting inside, these do not come off, and this is quite small. You might have bugs, but you can close up the hole. Some of you might have a big enough wood cookie that you could glue this on there. If your child does not look like the looks of the flower up here, I mean, you could try to pull it off. You'll probably rip the wood a little bit, but you can take a stick, glue that on, and then glue the other stick this way. So you've kind of blocked off that window. Of course, it's not easy to stay, and I would probably use a little bit smaller sticks, but once you have it on there, you could put some pebbles around that circle to cover it up. You could add some moss to cover it up all the way around. Kind of get an idea there. So it doesn't have to look like the ruffled flower that's on there. It's easy to cover up. Okay, again, stars could go wherever you want them to go. You can put it at the top, you can add it down here, you can color it a bright color and add it at the end. Other nature treasures that you pick up. Maybe you found some bark on the ground, right? You could just glue the pieces in there, make it very rustic looking. Rustic leprechaun cabin. I have acorn lids. Sorry, I call them lids. You can glue them anywhere. I did include some ribbon and a couple of things. You could, if you want your child to kind of do some weaving, they could weave ribbon in and out of the fence posts, right along there. I thought it would be kind of cute if you did find some pine needles, kind of gather them into a bunch and glue them onto the actual little fence posts. Look kind of cute, like tall grass, right? Or you could literally just make this a large tree on the side and glue it onto the fence there. So super cute. There's a million different things you could do here. Ideas for things to pick up. I literally just have some mulch from my planter. So again, you don't have to go on a huge hike. I know the weather is still up and down quite a bit, depending on age. May not be a long walk. Again, just things in your yard are okay. Excuse me. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. So that's about it for some inspiration and ideas on completing your leprechaun or fairy house. I do suggest, if you are planning on having these outside, obviously the paint could be sprayed with some outdoor sealant prior to putting on the nature treasures. You could do it afterwards as well. However, I just feel that nature obviously is going to decay at some point. You're never going to be able to save this little house forever if you put it outside. It could be a seasonal thing. You could take it in and out with your seasonal decor, or you could keep it inside and set it out for your seasonal decor as well, or just for whenever. But yeah, if you're going with it outside, I, again, wouldn't do it outside all the time, or you might want to use some kind of outdoor spray that you would use to preserve like a wooden piece outside or a wooden sign, like a clear coat sealant. They have them in just a spray, very easy to use. So yeah, if you have any other questions, obviously you can reach out to me, but I feel pretty confident that the kiddos are gonna know what to do. I cannot wait to see photos of these. Please, please share them. They're just gonna be awesome. I know it. All right, my friends, blessings to you. May all you have be all you need. Until next time, goodbye.